Imagine waking up every morning with legs that feel powerful, steady, and full of energy. No more random cramps, no more weakness, and no more worrying about losing your balance. Instead, you can move with confidence, enjoy every step, and live life without limits. The secret to staying strong and independent isn't complicated, it lies in nutrition. In today's video, I'll share the 7 most powerful vitamins and minerals that can keep your legs strong, flexible, and almost unstoppable. These nutrients don't just help your muscles. They protect your bones, boost circulation, and make every movement feel easier and more natural. So whether you love taking long walks, dancing, or simply want to stay active and independent, this video is made for you. Before we dive in, drop a comment below and let me know where you're watching from. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'd love to hear from you. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss out on the best health tips right here. Let's build a stronger, healthier future together. Now let's talk about the star of the show, vitamin D. As we get older, our bodies naturally go through changes. Muscle mass decreases, bones lose density, and movements that once felt effortless start to feel harder. One hidden reason behind this decline is a lack of vitamin D. This vitamin isn't just about preventing brittle bones. It plays a key role in keeping your legs strong, balanced, and fully functional. In fact, vitamin D is essential for helping seniors stay mobile, avoid dangerous falls, and maintain independence. Here's the problem. As we age, our skin becomes less effective at producing vitamin D from sunlight. On top of that, many older adults spend less time outdoors, either because of mobility issues, lifestyle changes, or concerns about sun exposure. The result, a silent deficiency that slowly weakens the muscles and makes legs feel unsteady. Research shows a clear link between low vitamin D levels and muscle weakness, as well as a higher risk of falls. A study published in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism found that seniors with healthy vitamin D levels had stronger muscle fibers, better coordination, and improved balance, meaning they were far less likely to suffer injuries or fractures. On the flip side, those with deficiencies experienced faster muscle loss, making even simple tasks like climbing stairs or getting up from a chair much more difficult. Vitamin D does more than just help the body absorb calcium and strengthen bones. It directly supports muscle performance. Think of it as a golden key to keeping your legs strong, stable, and full of vitality. Think of vitamin D as a special kind of fuel for your leg muscles. It enhances protein synthesis and fine-tunes the communication between your nerves and muscles, making sure your legs perform at their very best. Without it, your muscles struggle, your reactions slow down, and strength gradually fades away. Research shows that vitamin D plays a key role in preserving fast-twitch muscle fibers, the very fibers that help you react quickly and maintain balance. These fibers are like your body's safety net, allowing your legs to respond instantly when you slip or stumble. Without enough vitamin D, they weaken, leading to slower reflexes, weaker contractions, and a much higher risk of injury. Even more, vitamin D has powerful anti-inflammatory effects on muscle tissue. This means it can ease chronic pain, stiffness, and discomfort issues that so many seniors live with daily. If you're someone who deals with frequent cramps, tightness, or unexplained leg pain, simply optimizing your vitamin D levels might bring surprising relief. But here's the catch. Ignoring vitamin D deficiency doesn't just leave you with weak legs. It opens the door to serious health problems, especially osteoporosis and fractures. Without vitamin D, calcium can't be absorbed properly, leaving bones brittle and fragile. A small stumble could lead to a major break, stealing your independence in an instant. And it doesn't stop with bones and muscles. Low vitamin D has also been linked to higher risks of heart disease, cognitive decline, and a weakened immune system. In other words, neglecting vitamin D can affect not only how strong your legs are, but also your overall health and quality of life. The good news: maintaining healthy vitamin D levels is simple, and the benefits can be life-changing. Here's how to do it. Smart sun exposure. Spend 15-30 minutes outdoors, ideally in the morning or late afternoon. Expose your arms and legs for maximum absorption, but keep in mind that sunscreen, while important for skin protection, can block vitamin D production. Vitamin D-rich foods. While diet alone usually isn't enough, adding foods like salmon, mackerel, sardines, fortified dairy products, egg yolks, and mushrooms can make a meaningful difference. Supplements. For many older adults who spend little time outside, a vitamin D supplement is essential. Most experts recommend 800 to 1,000 IU daily for bone and muscle health, though higher doses may be prescribed in cases of severe deficiency under medical guidance. Not sure about your levels? A simple blood test can give you a clear answer. Today, doctors routinely check vitamin D levels in older adults, knowing how vital it is for preventing falls and fractures. But there's another nutrient that's just as critical: calcium. In younger people, bones are constantly renewing themselves. But as we age, this natural remodeling slows down. Bit by bit, bone mass declines, leaving us more vulnerable to injury. This is especially dangerous for the legs. Hip fractures, femur breaks, and stress fractures in the lower limbs are among the most devastating injuries seniors can face. What might have been a harmless fall in youth could turn into months of recovery or even permanent loss of mobility in later years if bones are lacking the calcium reserves they need. But calcium's role doesn't stop at bone strength. It's also the key to muscle contraction. Every step you take, every time you rise from a chair, depends on the precise interaction between calcium ions and muscle fibers. Calcium acts like a switch that triggers contraction, allowing smooth, controlled movement. Without enough calcium, muscles cramp, weaken, and fail to generate the force needed to keep you steady. That's why people who are low in calcium often struggle with leg cramps, sluggish movement, and reduced endurance. So how can you make sure your body is getting enough? Dairy products like milk, yogurt, and cheese remain some of the richest sources, but they're not the only ones. Leafy greens such as kale and bok choy, almonds, tofu, sardines, and fortified plant-based milks all provide excellent amounts of calcium. The key is variety. Including multiple sources in your diet ensures steady absorption and better bone support. Still, food alone isn't always enough, especially for those with dietary restrictions or absorption issues. This is where calcium supplements can be helpful, particularly when paired with vitamin D, which boosts calcium absorption. But remember, more isn't always better. Taking excessive amounts, especially from supplements, can cause calcium buildup in the arteries, kidney stones, and digestive problems. Balance is crucial. For most older adults, the recommended daily intake is 1,000 to 1,200 milligrams, ideally coming from a mix of natural foods and supplements when needed. And here's something many people overlook. Movement matters just as much as intake. Even if you're eating plenty of calcium, without regular activity, your bones won't fully strengthen. Weight-bearing exercises like walking, resistance training, or even light jogging stimulate bone remodeling and direct calcium where it's needed most into your bones and muscles. Without movement, even adequate calcium can't do its job. When bones weaken, it's not just about fragility, it robs you of the ability to move freely, to enjoy the activities you love, and to maintain independence. A life filled with energy, balance, and confidence begins with strong bones and healthy muscles, both of which depend heavily on calcium. But there's another unsung hero that often gets overlooked when we talk about leg strength: vitamin B12. Most people think only about calcium and protein, but B12 is absolutely essential for neuromuscular function. It's the messenger that keeps electrical impulses traveling from your spinal cord to your legs, fast, accurate, and powerful. Without it, your muscles don't receive the right signals, leading to weakness, instability, and a gradual loss of control over movement. That's why one of the most common symptoms of B12 deficiency is the sensation of heavy, tired legs, often paired with numbness or tingling. And here's the problem: B12 deficiency is shockingly common among older adults. Unlike other vitamins that can be stored in fat or absorbed easily from a wide variety of foods, B12 absorption relies almost entirely on digestive health. Your body needs enough stomach acid and a special protein called intrinsic factor to extract B12 from food. As we age, stomach acid production naturally decreases. Add to that conditions like gastritis, acid reflux, or long-term use of antacids, and absorption gets even harder. On top of it, many seniors unknowingly eat diets low in B12-rich foods. The result? A slow but steady decline in this crucial nutrient, and the consequences go far beyond weak legs. Left untreated, B12 deficiency can cause irreversible nerve damage, undermining balance, coordination, and reflexes. Many older adults who suffer from frequent falls, difficulty walking, or the unsettling feeling that their legs just don't work right are actually experiencing neurological effects of B12 depletion. The decline is often so gradual that it's mistaken for normal aging, when in reality it's entirely preventable. The good news: restoring B12 levels can make a profound difference. Studies show that seniors who correct a deficiency often see noticeable improvements in leg strength, stamina, and mobility. So where do we find this vital vitamin? Unlike many other nutrients that are widely available in plants, vitamin B12 is found almost exclusively in animal products. The best sources include lean meats, fish eggs, dairy, and shellfish, especially clams and animal liver, which are among the richest sources. For those following a plant-based diet or struggling with absorption, alternative supplementation is often necessary to prevent deficiency. For those who have trouble absorbing B12 from food-fortified options, like breakfast cereals, plant-based milks, or direct B12 supplements are essential. The good news: vitamin B12 is one of the safest vitamins to take, since any excess is simply flushed out through urine. Many older adults benefit from higher dose B12 supplements or periodic injections, especially when absorption through food isn't enough. Regular blood tests are a smart way to monitor levels and prevent the slow decline in leg function that often comes with deficiency. Here's the real takeaway: strong legs are about more than muscle power. They depend on the efficiency of your nervous system, your reaction time, and how well your body coordinates movement. No matter how much you exercise, if your nerves aren't firing correctly, your legs won't respond the way they should. That's why maintaining proper B12 levels is one of the most overlooked but incredibly powerful strategies to protect mobility and preserve quality of life as you age. Now let's turn to another key player: magnesium. Every step you take depends on this behind-the-scenes mineral. Magnesium is the conductor that regulates muscle function, making sure your muscles contract and relax smoothly. It prevents spasms, reduces fatigue, and supports endurance. One of the most common yet often ignored signs of magnesium deficiency is restless leg syndrome or frequent nighttime cramps. Many seniors experience sudden, painful leg contractions at night that interrupt sleep and slow down recovery from daily activity. This isn't just an annoyance, it's a clear signal that the body is struggling to regulate muscle relaxation. Magnesium helps calm overactive nerve signals, keeping muscles from seizing up unexpectedly. That's why it's so essential for anyone dealing with chronic tension or involuntary contractions. But magnesium's role doesn't stop with muscles. It's also crucial for bone density and joint health. While calcium usually gets the spotlight, it can't do its job effectively without magnesium. This mineral guides calcium into the bones, ensuring it's deposited where it belongs rather than building up in soft tissues where it can cause stiffness and joint pain. Studies have shown that higher magnesium intake is linked to stronger bones and a lower risk of fractures in older adults, making it a quiet but vital ally for lifelong mobility. So why is deficiency so common? Because magnesium is easily depleted by stress medications and poor diet. Many older adults take medications, especially diuretics, that actively reduce magnesium levels, making this shortage even more widespread. One major reason magnesium deficiency is so common in older adults comes down to medications. Proton pump inhibitors used for acid reflux and certain blood pressure drugs, combined with diets low in magnesium-rich foods, steadily drain the body of this vital mineral. Over time, this silent loss chips away at leg strength, stamina, and flexibility. That's why so many seniors notice a gradual decline in energy walking shorter distances than before, climbing stairs more slowly, and feeling worn out after simple activities. It's not always just age, it's a lack of the right nutrients to fuel performance. The good news: restoring magnesium levels can have almost immediate effects. Fewer cramps, more energy, and smoother, easier movement. Some of the best natural sources of magnesium are everyday foods you probably already know: leafy greens, nuts, seeds, whole grains, and legumes. Pumpkin seeds, almonds, spinach, black beans, and avocados are particularly rich, offering a simple and delicious way to support muscle and bone health. But for those who struggle to get enough through diet, alone magnesium supplements can be an effective solution. Forms like magnesium citrate and magnesium glycinate are especially well absorbed by the body, making them a smart choice for older adults. And the transformation once magnesium is restored is truly remarkable. Seniors who once felt heavy and sluggish suddenly find their legs moving with renewed ease. Those plagued by nightly cramps or stiffness often experience relief, better sleep, and greater freedom of movement. Even balance and coordination improve as magnesium helps regulate the neuromuscular connections that keep your steps steady. Now let's move on to the next powerhouse nutrient, potassium. Picture this: you step out of bed in the morning and immediately feel a sharp cramp in your calf. Sound familiar? That's one of the most common signs of potassium deficiency. Potassium acts as the body's fluid balancer, keeping the right levels inside and outside your muscle cells. When potassium dips too low, muscles contract involuntarily, triggering painful cramps, especially in the legs. For older adults who already deal with reduced circulation and muscle mass, these cramps can be more than annoying. They can be exhausting. But cramps are just the beginning. Have you ever felt your legs tremble after standing for a while, or noticed stiffness creeping in as you walk? That's potassium deficiency at work. This mineral ensures clear communication between your nerves and muscles. Without enough, signals become sluggish, leaving your legs shaky, weak, and sometimes unable to lift properly. And for seniors, that can mean a much greater risk of falls, something no one can afford to ignore. Here's something surprising: potassium isn't just about muscle performance. It also plays a big role in keeping bones strong. It helps neutralize excess acids in the body, which over time can eat away at bone density. Studies suggest that a potassium-rich diet can actually slow down bone loss, lowering the risk of osteoporosis and helping your legs stay structurally strong for years to come. In other words, potassium keeps your muscles and bones working together in perfect harmony. So how can you make sure you are getting enough? Luckily, nature has given us a wide variety of delicious options. Bananas may be the most well-known, but they're just the start. Sweet potatoes, avocados, spinach, beans, and oranges are all fantastic sources. Even a simple baked potato with the skin on can pack more potassium than a banana. The key is variety, mixing different potassium-rich foods into your daily meals, so your muscles and bones are constantly nourished. For those who still fall short, potassium supplements may seem like an easy fix. But how much do you really need? The daily recommendation is about 200 to 600 milligrams for women and 300 to 400 milligrams for men. The good news is that these amounts are usually achievable through a well-balanced diet filled with fruits, vegetables, and legumes. However, individuals with kidney disease or high blood pressure need to be cautious, as too much potassium can cause complications, so it's best to work with a doctor if you're in that group. Now let's talk about a vitamin that often gets overshadowed by calcium and vitamin D, vitamin K. While calcium and vitamin D get all the credit for bone health, without vitamin K, they can't do their job properly. Think of vitamin K as a traffic controller. It makes sure calcium goes where it belongs, into your bones, rather than being dumped into arteries or soft tissues where it can lead to stiffness, poor circulation, and even heart disease. For older adults, this is especially crucial since bones and joints are already more fragile with age. Research has shown that people with higher vitamin K intake have denser bones, lower fracture risk, and overall better bone health than those with low levels. That's because vitamin K activates osteocalcin, a protein that binds calcium directly to the bone matrix, making bones stronger and more resistant to breaks. And vitamin K's benefits don't stop there. It also supports joint flexibility and smooth muscle function. Strong legs require more than just sturdy bones. They need flexible joints and well-coordinated muscles. Vitamin K is the nutrient that helps bring all of these pieces together, keeping your legs strong, steady, and mobile. Vitamin K isn't just about stronger bones, it's also a quiet protector of joints and muscles. Research shows that this nutrient can reduce inflammation in the joints, slowing the progression of osteoarthritis and easing knee stiffness, a complaint that's all too common among older adults. If your knees ache when you move or lock up after sitting for too long, vitamin K may be the missing link to help you stay flexible and pain-free. But it doesn't stop there. Vitamin K also supports muscle strength and coordination. Struggles with balance, difficulty walking, or a greater risk of falls are often tied to weak muscles, and emerging research suggests vitamin K helps prevent these issues. It does so by regulating calcium levels inside muscle cells, ensuring contractions happen smoothly, and preventing awkward, unstable movements. So where can you get it? Green vegetables are some of the richest sources. Think spinach, kale, Swiss chard, collard greens, and Brussels sprouts. These foods are loaded with vitamin K1, the form most common in plants. But there's another form, vitamin K2, that offers even greater benefits. K2 stays active in the body longer and plays a bigger role in directing calcium into bones instead of arteries. You'll find it in fermented foods like natto fermented soybeans, aged cheeses, egg yolks, and animal liver. If you're looking to naturally raise your vitamin K, start small, add kale to your morning smoothie, or toss some sautéed spinach onto your dinner plate. Even a single serving a day can make a big difference for your bones, joints, and muscles. For those who struggle with absorption, such as people with digestive disorders, or long-term antibiotic use supplements may be necessary. But a word of caution, if you're on blood-thinning medications like warfarin, always check with your doctor before increasing your vitamin K intake, since it directly affects blood clotting. Now let's move to the 7th nutrient on our list, vitamin B6, also known as pyridoxine B6, plays a far bigger role in leg strength and mobility than most people realize. Beyond supporting the nervous system, it's involved in muscle repair and helps the body effectively use protein to build and maintain muscle mass. Without it, even strong muscles can weaken over time, turning simple tasks like standing up from a chair or climbing stairs into exhausting challenges. One of the most overlooked aspects of vitamin B6 is its impact on nerve signaling. When levels are low, signals slow down or get misdirected, leading to numbness, tingling, or even a lack of control in the legs, clear warning signs that the body is missing this essential nutrient. Many older adults assume that shaky steps, unsteady walking, or feeling weak in the legs are just part of getting older. But the truth is, these symptoms often point to a vitamin B6 deficiency, which disrupts the smooth communication between nerves and muscles. Another crucial function of B6 is its ability to fight inflammation and muscle fatigue. By regulating inflammatory responses in the body, it helps reduce stiffness, ease discomfort, and keep your legs more flexible and resilient. If you've been dealing with ongoing tightness or slow recovery after activity, boosting your vitamin B6 intake might truly be a game changer. Beyond muscle function, B6 is vital for producing red blood cells, the carriers that deliver oxygen throughout your body. Without enough B6, hemoglobin levels drop and your muscles don't get the oxygen they need. The result is early fatigue, heavy legs, and reduced stamina. If you've ever felt unusually drained after just a short walk or light exercise, your body may be signaling, "I need more B6." Thankfully, B6 is abundant in everyday foods. Poultry, salmon, tuna, bananas, potatoes, chickpeas, and fortified cereals are all excellent sources. Adding these foods into your daily meals naturally replenishes B6, supporting both nerve function and muscle strength. For those with digestive issues, poor absorption, or dietary restrictions, B6 supplements may be necessary to reach optimal levels. The recommended daily intake varies by age and gender, but for older adults, it's about 1.5 milligrams for women and 1.7 milligrams for men. Getting B6 from food is generally very safe, but consistently taking high-dose supplements over long periods can cause nerve damage. The best approach is a balanced diet rich in B6 foods, ensuring a steady supply without unnecessary risks. And before we wrap up, if you found this video helpful, please hit the like button. It really helps us keep bringing you valuable content. Drop a comment below to share your thoughts. Ask questions or suggest topics you'd like us to cover in future videos. We love hearing from you. And of course, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss our latest health tips. Stay informed, stay strong, and we'll see you in the next video.